Now I'm stuck with a degree that I don't really care to use. Grateful for it, sure, but I also wish I wouldn't have spent all that money.
I'm tired of surviving.
6 days out of the week, and I only barely have enough money to pay my bills.
Guys, when you know your worth and you know your resume and you know your background,
y'all want to help me, I'm back on it.
I have like $400 in credit card debt.
I promised him that we will be in our own home by his birthday, which is May 14th, this coming Wednesday. And I know it's possible because I've seen it happen for other people. So
Grateful to say that today, because of that video, we have hit our halfway mark. I've raised $5,000 out of the $10,000 that I am raising to rebuild my life. I am in urgent need of financial assistance, mutual aid, whatever you want to call it. As of today, I do not have secure housing anymore. The place that I've been staying at is an Airbnb, and I have been here since January 11th, but it was only until July 19th. Today is July 19th, and I have nowhere to go. Now, he did tell me that there was a place close to here that I would be able to stay at from the July 22nd to August 5th, which could help me to maneuver some things, of course, but either way, that's still 3 days that I don't have any housing. And I don't have the funds that I need to even get housing. So I am here asking for help urgently, praying that this will reach somebody who can actually help financially, and that this will help reach people who don't mind sharing a comment of endearment or encouragement, because I really need that right now. Thank you. I understand, I was feeling so low earlier, so low. I prayed, and then I was like, okay, Lord, I'm gonna make this video, but I really don't want to, because I've just been making these videos almost every single day for the past month now. I started my GoFundMe on September 14th. It is October 19th. But I am grateful to say that today, because of that video, we have hit our halfway mark. We have raised $5,000 out of the $10,000 that I am raising to rebuild my life. And I just want to say thank you. I don't know who is seeing this video, but I want to say thank you if you are one of the people that has donated, one of the people that commented, wanted to give and couldn't, and just said a prayer for me. Like, bro, y'all don't understand how much it helps. I am so grateful. Thank you.
Why she on TikTok telling people all this stuff? Because I'm tired. I'm tired. I'm tired of this same cycle happening year after year after year after year, generation after generation after generation. I am tired. And it's like nobody wants to tell us. They don't warn us. They don't tell us. They want us to figure it out on our own.
Welcome to adulthood.
I'm tired. I'm tired of doing it on my own. I'm tired of having to figure it out on my own. I'm tired of having to wake up every day, feed the kids, clothe the kids. I'm exhausted. I can't even get my mental self together because I have to focus on my kids first. And it's only me. I can't call their dad and ask him, hey, you think you can buy them a pair of shoes because school's going to be starting? I don't have that. And it's overwhelming that when I do ask for help, I don't get the help. I get, well, I did it, so you should do it. I did it, so you should do it. So you are still mentally unhealed at 60 plus years old. You want me to go through that same thing because you did it? Yeah. I'm literally just trying not to break. So I came on TikTok because I'm like, hey, I don't know anybody on here. Maybe I can find other women that can relate to me. And it's a whole spew of us on here going through the same. I'm tired. Why is it always got to be us? Why? I'm tired and I'm getting off here before I start crying.
Yeah, man. These ladies are
desperate, in need of serious help. But I'll tell you what, you should have slowed down when you were younger, right? I'm sure your mother, your father didn't tell you not to have kids, right? Not to marry before you carry. And I gotta say this, depending on where you came from, it's sad. People in my community are not taught these things, right? So they feel like they're forced into this life, but nobody forced you into it. You did it yourself, right? Now, what happens is there's no happy medium. What do I mean? You have the ladies that won't have kids until they hit, and then they decide to have kids when they hit 30, 35, 40, after they donated their eggs, right? From working all their life. Or you have the ladies that are on the other end. The ones in between are very little, right? I will say this, the whole United States is not bad. But what do you have? Maybe 15, not even 15% of ladies out there that are normal. That's bad. It's like, which way do I go? Which way do I go? Which way do I go? And I hate to see it, to be honest with you. I don't want to see this for my people, for anybody, right? This lady doesn't know which way to turn to. And I've been there before. I tell you guys, even here in the Philippines, let me tell you how nuts I was, right? It was a point in time, I had about $4,000, right? I was fine, but that wasn't enough. I was smart enough to understand it wasn't enough, right? As compared to now, it's night and day, but still, I was nervous. And there's some people out there that could have, I was nervous, but I was banking my YouTube checks. But there's people out there that will feel nervous with 100,000. There's people out there that will feel nervous with 1 million. There's levels to everything. And it's crazy. That's life though. You got to pray and you got to hope for the best, but also you need to do better.
This post popped up on your For You page. Wait, don't scroll, because you can help end me and my son's homelessness. Me and my baby have been homeless for about 8 months. We went from sleeping in cars, trucks, bouncing from motel to motel. We done even slept on the streets before. I promised him that we will be in our own home by his birthday, which is May 14th, this coming Wednesday. And I know it's possible because I've seen it happen for other people. So now I'm just asking for it to happen for us. So if you feel called to help us, the link is in my bio.
One thing that absolutely has started to really annoy me is when people dry beg. I feel like everybody's experience to some type of capacity is basically like you're talking to somebody and instead of them asking you directly, they start dropping hints like, man, I wish I had a ride. Or, nah, that's crazy. I haven't eaten all day.
If you can't help by donating, please share, repost this video, send it to somebody who you think can help. But I'm trying to get this video out. I'm trying to get the word out. I'm trying to raise awareness. Because I can't take it no more. And it's not good for my baby. It's not good for me. And he deserves a better childhood than this. Thank you.
Guys, I'm not gonna lie. I've been having literal multiple mental breakdowns over not being able to find a good job that pays the same amount as I was getting paid while babysitting. I've been a babysitter since last year, like February 2024. And it's been, I guess, somewhat pretty good. But recently this year it's just been extremely rocky. I've had multiple different parents either ghost me or cancel on me, just randomly say same day for no apparent reason, or at least if they did have a reason, they did not bring it up to me. And so now I've literally just been trying to go online, find any sort of job that pays anywhere close to like my current like hourly rate for babysitting, and it's just been so hard. The only jobs that I can find that don't require like, I guess, any sort of like relevant work experience, because the majority of jobs out there do not count any sort of like babysitting or nannying as relevant work experience, the ones that I can find, they pay so low. Like the only jobs I'm finding like only pay like $11, $12, $13 an hour. And for me, like I've literally just been riding on getting paid like $20 an hour for like so long. And now like thinking about getting paid like 13 an hour, like it kind of with me in my head. I already had to cope with knowing that I'm only going to be getting paid like really low because of like non-relevant work experience. So I've been like applying to like gas stations, fast food places, literally anywhere, including like banks like that. Every single time I've either just been getting ghosted, like they don't respond back. I get a rejection email. So if any of y'all know if any places are hiring in like the San Antonio area, please let me know. I don't want to be broke. I have like $400 in credit card debt right now, and my credit card balance is due on the 18th. Help me, please.
30s that is like lost and don't know what to do with your life. Like, I have a job. I'm actually walking to work now. I have a job, and don't get me wrong, I love what I do, okay? I love what I do. I don't know if I want to continue to do it. For one, I'm tired of working so much and never having nothing to show for. You know what I'm saying? I feel like I want to switch careers, but what do I do? Also trying out this content creator thing, you know what I'm saying, trying to post consistently and get this going. So maybe I can, be home and make some money. And at least I'll have time to like go to my kids' school and do all the fun activities that I've already missed. Not being able to afford to take them to fun places and fun activities, but yet I'm working. I'm tired. I'm so tired of surviving. I'm tired of surviving. I want to live. Like, I don't want to have to find a second job just to afford a place. Like, I'm already tired with one. Then these places are charging $1 million for like 2-bedroom apartments, and ridiculous. I just want to pack up me and all my kids' stuff and move to the country because America is a joke, okay? But like, I really like, what do I do right now? What do I do? I'm trying to stay positive. I got my head up, and all the anybody can tell you I'm doing all of that, but I'm tired. I've been on at least 4 or 5 interviews in the last 2 or 3 weeks, and I still have nothing to show for that. Like, at this point, I'll go to McDonald's for a second job and work. I just need some money. I don't know. And then a part of me, like, being in my 30s, I'm feeling like, oh, you're way too old to be having these feelings. You're way too old to be not know what like you have kids, like. And I know I shouldn't feel like that, but those thoughts are creeping in, and I'm trying to let it go. But oh my God, I'm overwhelmed. I'm so overwhelmed. But yeah, that's my little rant for right now. And I'm just wondering, is anybody else that feel like that? Like, I know I can't be the only one that's feeling lost in this. Even if you're not in your 30s, even if people in their 20s are lost too. Like, I'm like, what are we doing? What do we do? Okay, so after all that, I'm gonna just end this with saying, y'all, we just gotta keep going. We just gotta keep going. We gotta keep going. We gotta pray. It'll get better. We just gotta get through this little hump. And I know that, but I'm tired. But yeah, y'all, we just gotta keep pushing. Yeah.
Yeah, the thing is, you have to figure out ways to put yourself on the other side. I've been doing that since I was in my 20s. Well, I have been putting myself on the other side by hustling, right? And what do I mean? Not by selling drugs. I'm talking about doing anything I can to make an extra buck. This is what ladies don't understand. It wasn't meant for you to go through this. You could say, oh, these guys are male chauvinists, whatever you want to. But you're being masculine. When you have to figure things out You're in a masculine state. And most of you don't realize it. You wonder why you're stressed all the time, right? What do I do? What do I do? The other way, when it was how it used to be, men would do the thinking for you. Look, I understand you ladies don't want to go back to the way it was. That's why men are leaving, right? And what's happening is the guys you've probably gotten with that you felt weren't boring. I made a video on this yesterday. Are the guys who left you like this, right? No covering. All of the nice guys are gone now. They've gotten their passports. Arrivederci. See you later. Now, winter's here. And why is winter here? Because ladies can't figure it out. I'll tell you what's happening. They're blowing all their money and they're wondering, what do I do? I'll tell you. It is hard in the U.S. She said, should I pack my kids up and go overseas? When she said, I'm like, wow. Ding, 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 ding. Ding, ding. But you go overseas, you would struggle, right? Say if you're single, you wouldn't have a man. I hate that it's like that. I do because if you ladies were normal, you get over there and say, okay, I just want to get a man that loves me and that will do what's necessary. But no. But I don't know if you like that, to be honest, because you look like you're struggling. I don't know if you're a modern woman, but most likely you are, and that's the problem.
When I tell y'all, this is so bad. Like, this is really bad. This is really, really, really bad. Like, this is really my life. Like, they telling me my place was gonna be ready between the 1st and the 5th. You know, I was hyped up. Oh, we finna move. Da 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 da. For them to tell me my place not gonna be ready to the end of the year, I might don't move into New Year's. Like, y'all don't even have a clue of what I'm going through right now. Even a little clue of what I'm going through right now. I'm stressed out. I'm tired. No money. I'm finna show y'all. This is me and my kids' life. Like, I'm getting out of the house. I got us a basket with all our little stuff in it. What we gonna need while we here. Hold on one sec. I'm gonna show y'all the room. So this is what I'm going through right now. This is my life. Everybody be thinking it's a joke until it's really going on. If y'all want to help me, I'm back on that. I don't know what's going on. They told my apartment won't be ready until the 1st of the year. It's just like it's keep going and keep going. I don't know. I really need help. I'm in a hotel. It's like an extended stay. And my GoFundMe is really up and I really need help. Like, y'all can share this video, whatever. I'm not just saying this just to say this. I'm tired. I'm tired. I'm exhausted. And yeah, this is what I'm going through right now. Living out of my U-Haul.
Where is your husband?
Some days be good. Some days be bad. But this is very bad. This is very bad. Like, y'all just keep me in y'all prayers. That's all I can say. That's all I can say.
And just like that, guys, when you know your worth at a job and you know your resume and you know your background, you don't have time for. And then my manager harassing me on the phone. Like, no, after you send me a commission statement for $77 payout out of a $21,665 of what I made this company, I bust my. I've been in the top 5 for the most credit cards with this company. Work-wise, compliance could kiss my ass, to be honest. I know my worth. And there's no way in hell I'm going to stay here. I don't want to job literally making me have an active miscarriage because it stresses me out so bad. And you think that I'm going to call you, talk about some clock out and call me when you get out of it. Are you dumb? You don't pay me that much. Y'all don't pay. I'm not making my rent every month. Y'all stressing me out. I'm done with There's no way in hell. I'm done. I'm done. And I'm scared because I just quit my job and I don't know what God has planned for me. Rent coming up. But I don't get, like, at this point, I will figure it out. I will figure it out. You know why? Because God don't play about me. Ancestors and all, nobody plays about me. But one thing I will tell you, I will not ever be working for a company that don't appreciate me. I don't want to do that. I know my worth, and there's no way in hell that I'm going to sit here and work for a company. I drive to this goddamn place 48 minutes. Here, 48 minutes home. That little commission check don't even fucking fill up my gas tank to get here for the week. I know my worth. There's no way in hell that I'm going to sit over here and work some job to let me stress me out to where I'm having an active miscarriage. I don't know what's going to happen to me. I don't know what's in store for me. I'm terrified. I don't know.
Yeah, this is sad. I'll tell you why. No planning, right? All of their situations I've been in. So I'm not, throwing dirt on them, but they're doing it alone and they weren't meant to do it alone. Let me tell you what's happening, right? And I'm not trying to say I'm perfect, but I left. Every job I left, if it was a small job, but usually when I worked in the office, I left with a plan. Why? Because sometimes when you work in the office, well, a lot of the times, you get certain benefits. Like I was doing sales as well. And at my one job I left, I got a 401k. So what I was doing was I was maxing out my 401k to the highest percentage I can put in there because the company would also match it as well. So when I saw I wasn't getting treated right, I kept maxing it out. I took out my 401k. I just took it out, right? And when I left, because I knew how much it was going to be. And so when I left with like 20,000. Yes, I left out of my job with 20,000. So I didn't do anything for a year. I did. I took a break and I had the money to take a break. My bills weren't much. Yeah, I was living on scraps, but I planned that. So for that year, I was comfortable. I didn't have an expensive apartment, nothing like that. She'll figure it out though. I hope she figures it out because just leaving jobs like that without a plan, it's crazy.
I work at a restaurant that's not making any money anymore. And the owner of the restaurant told me that today, and he is not profiting any money from the business that I work at. And I don't know what that means for the company. I don't know what that means for me. But the job that I'm working at is no longer making any money. So I know that eventually I'm not going to be able to work there anymore. That's one thing. Secondly, where I live in an Airbnb in Miami, right? So I pay regular market rent, but it's technically an Airbnb. So the owner of the Airbnb is not making any money either. So eventually they're going to give up this Airbnb, and I can't afford anything else in Miami. So I'm double screwed, and it's like my life is not stable, but I'm stable. I'm stably working, getting up, going to work every single day, not calling out, none of that, paying my rent on time, paying my bills on time, and everything around me, like inflation is hitting everything around me to the point where it would need to. Like, how in the how are people living? What are y'all doing? Like I don't to do like a business, your job going out of business though. That's scary.
It is scary. And I gotta say this, right? That's why I teach what I teach. And if anyone's saying this, I know it's the next day. I'm leaving up the $25 for a work at home package for another day. Also, I teach how to hire people to work for you so you can be an employer, right? And I'm talking about people that'll work for like $5 an hour, and you can turn around and sell those services for so much more. I teach this. I teach where to get the people from. I teach where to bring their services to. Very easy. And then you receive the money. And right now, and that's why I'm going to keep the package on for the day. It's for a low cost of around $100, close to $100. So it's worth it. So I know many of you guys may be watching and working. Things like this will have you working no more. And if there's any ladies that are watching right now, I'm offering you the same offer, right? No shade, no nothing. The way I'm talking about this is with love. I don't want to see anybody hurting. Seriously, this is sad.
Do y'all know what job in Michigan is complete bull? That United Wholesale Mortgage over in Pontiac, y'all, they pay them people coming in with, you feel me, no matter how much experience you have, if you don't have a degree, they're paying you $15 an hour, $16.50 if you want to work until 8:30 at night. And that's why they turnaround rate is so high. Them people have 3.5 buildings, a sports complex, a shuttle bus to take you to and from buildings, a freaking, they throw carnivals in the summertime, Christmas parties every year. At the Christmas parties, they got ice sculptures, live performances. They had Ludacris there one year. Open bar, caterers. Y'all mean to tell me y'all put all this money in on a Christmas party, but you paying y'all entry-level employees $15 an hour, and then they talk so much stuff about Quicken Loans. Now, granted, I've never worked for Quicken Loans, but they talk so much stuff about Quicken, or is it not Quicken? It's Rocket now. I'm sorry, so much stuff about Rocket, and they have all them little shady commercials and whatnot. But y'all paying your employees some BS. Like, y'all, when I tell y'all, I worked there, went to an interview, making about $8 more. And I never went back. And it was so funny because the job I ended up leaving that job for, my recruiter, the person who hired me, got hired as a recruiter at that job shortly afterwards. Like, that's why their turnaround rate is so high. Because y'all are insane.
I'm honestly so pissed at myself that I didn't just chase my dreams when I was younger, because I'm struggling anyway. I work a full-time job and I'm still living paycheck to paycheck. Corporate America is not paying like it should be paying. It was supposed to be the plan B, the safe option. Nothing safe about this. I wish I would have just gone after what I really wanted to go after, which was the arts. Yeah, because either way I was gonna struggle. Either way. Now I'm stuck with a degree that I don't really care to use. Grateful for it, sure, but I also wish I wouldn't have spent all that money.
Let me just switch gears here for a second, because immigration isn't the only problem in care. I'm Shannon, and I rant about the UK care system because it is actually on so bad. The entire sector is rotten, not cracked, not flawed, rotten from the top down, big man. Let's talk about the reality of working in care. You're doing life or death work, washing, feeding, medicating, safeguarding, documenting, and you're getting paid barely more than someone folding t-shirts in Primark, rude girl. We're lifting adults, handling medical needs, dealing with dementia, end-of-life care, trauma, abuse and crisis, and you're expected to do it all with a smile. No sick days, no pay rise. You work 12-hour shifts that magically turn into 14 because someone called in sick and there's no one to cover. Before Karen jumps in my comments with, just leave. People, that's the problem, Karen. The system is collapsing. And don't even start me with the phrase, but it's a vocation. No, a vocation doesn't mean starvation of wages. A vocation doesn't mean guilt tripped into overtime because there's no staff. A vocation doesn't mean you're emotionally destroyed, physically exhausted and financially struggling while the company's running it, pulling millions. You can't build a workforce out of burnout, guilt and minimum wage, big man. And until carers are actually paid what the job's worth, the crisis isn't a problem, it's a guarantee. I'm too loud to be ignored, number 10. Hit follow because I'm not backing down from this chaos.
I am extremely stressed out. I don't come on here and cry and do all of that. But I work 5 to 6 days out of the week. And I only barely have enough money to pay my bills. Somebody's gonna get on here and say, oh, well, be lucky you have a job, bro. Working a job, going to a job, getting up every morning, every night, whatever time you go, and having to give your all or do your best at this job just for them not to compensate you enough money for you to live your life and pay your bills, it's actually really upsetting me. I feel like I'm missing out on living life because I have to pay my bills and go to work. Such a tiring process. Now, I could see if I was lazy, I wasn't getting up and I wasn't getting it, but it's like, bruh, how hard do I have to work in order to die, bro? How? Once I pay my rent and my phone bill and my light bill, that's it. And then the next paycheck, because mind you, bi-weekly you only get paid 2 times out of the month. So one paycheck goes directly towards bills. And then that other paycheck, I have to set bills. I have to set money aside for the next set of bills that are coming up. I can't get ahead. I can't. I know somebody's going to say, you've got it better than somebody else. Just because I have it better than somebody else doesn't mean I'm struggling over here. For real, for real. People try to come on here and try to perpetrate and make it seem like, oh yeah, I'm living this kind of life. I'm living that kind of life. I'm a TikTok content creator, but I live a life just like y'all. And nobody better get on here and say you better get another job or do this or do that. I haven't applied to these jobs. And when I apply to these jobs, they waste time. Do you think I have money and gas and energy to be wasting going back and forth to these job interviews who are not going to hire me and are going to tell me that they're going to call me in a week or going to call me back in a couple days and don't? Job market is a joke. I have no choice but to keep the job I have now. The one that's barely paying my bills and leaves me no money left over to live, to get my nails on. I can't do anything. I gotta do my own hair. I gotta do my own toes. I gotta do everything. And there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that. But it's like when you don't have a choice and you work every day, it gets tiring. It gets to the point, bro.